So I'm really excited to talk about this guy. This is from Alto. It's called the Busker. Now, what do they mean by that? It's a speaker that you can take out, perform, use for street performances, use for small services, do all kinds of things, and do it with an extremely, extremely small package. And that's what's going on here. 6.5-inch driver, full app control. They're using their actual Alto TS series, their app that runs everything. They've included this guy in that program. So every time you see their app, it gets used on the big speakers. It's now getting used on this little guy here as well. That allows you to do a whole bunch of exciting things. Now we're going to cover all the features and benefits of it, and we're going to see how it sounds at the end of this video. But I think really for now, this is important. So I don't look at this product as, hey, it was awesome for me. It's something that I think is going to be awesome for a lot of people that I talk to. Thus why I have it in the actual showroom now. Some of the big features on it that I like, besides just having a good proper amplifier in it and having a smaller package box than anybody else right now, is the fact easy access to the battery, because it's a lithium battery. So if one day you do want to replace it, people ask me that all the time. How do I replace the battery? What kind of battery are in these speakers? Well, it's a lithium, 6 screws, gets you access to that battery inside the box. You can replace it out. Ease, comfort of use. The actual placing of all the actual controls are on the side of the unit, and it's offset. So one side has a sharp, narrow taper to it, which is the side that leans on the floor if that's where you want to put it, giving you full access to the other side. Now, the other important thing is all of these features can be controlled through the app on the phone. I'm going to show you how that works as well. Standard plug it in, charge it up. Lithium, so it's going to act the same way your phone does. So it's going to get a good charge real fast in the middle, slow down at the top, take a little while to get going at the bottom. But outside of that, because lithium is going to do a great job and last a long time and give you great playability. You take this out for the whole day, run it, it'll be fine for you. D-class digital power amp inside, so it's very efficient when it comes to using the actual battery. So it's going to get you a lot of volume, clarity, and longevity all at the same time. Combine that amp with that battery, you're going to do a great job. So we quickly talked about the fact that it has a Bluetooth app to it, but it also has Bluetooth as well. And that Bluetooth is going to allow you to not just connect to one speaker, but connect to 2 speakers together at the same time. So you can use it for even bigger performances while still having the ease of use of the size. Very nice. 2 speakers, 1 phone, 1 app. Everything's good. Now, if you get more of the Alto family, that app is going to control everything around you. So if you're looking at this for as a wedding performer and you need something for DJing and doing the service at the same time, you want to have a speaker for outdoor, indoor, but just off to the side, not your big main system, but something you can bring out there, have it set up to the whole rig. You can do that with this guy right here. You can also easily add not just your regular instruments that you would think of as a busker. You're going to have, you know, your keyboard, maybe your guitar, anything else that you want to have plugged into here. You can do that. If you're using it on, let's say, a wedding setting, you can also hook up wireless microphones. Easy enough to it. You can also have it so this way you can run the app from a distance as long as you've got Bluetooth connectivity. You can plug things in like UHF or 2.4 gigahertz wireless systems like the Stealth package that Alto offers for their system as well. These are all good things to know and good things to have on the actual speaker. Now, if you watched my actual video where I talked about the actual TS18 sub, their new 18-inch subwoofer, this is the speaker I had connected to it. I actually took advantage of the fact that this guy has a direct out, so we can actually pull everything as a mixed out audio from the speaker and bring it out to something else. And in this case, it was a subwoofer, but it could have been anything else. I could have used this mixing panel to run an actual, amp speaker or anything else that needed to have that whole audio signal sent to it. This acts as the mixer. Great sound out of the front with the 2-way speaker package added to another speaker to even give bigger sound. Now, I'm certainly not knocking any of the other brands or speakers that are out there. They're all doing a really great job in their price point, in their overall features. But if you're looking for a really small, tight, high-performance speaker, this is pretty impressive. Now, let's talk about one of the small little things that I like about it. When I put the speaker down here, tilt it back, the logo rotates. And by the way, it only rotates in one direction, counterclockwise. Depending on how you look at it, could be clockwise, but I mean, it's always going in one direction. Don't try and get it going the other way. It gets stuck. Spin it around, get it the way you want it to face. You'll be all set. It just looks nicer when it's, looking right. Pole mount at the bottom. You can also tilt it just a little bit on its backside. So let's get that logo facing right. You can also either have it standing straight. If it was pole mounted, that's how you would see it. If you actually set it down lower, you can actually bring it up and use it as a nice monitor too. That's really impressive. Look at that, just that small angle drop on it. Does a good job setting itself up. Normally, when you set the speaker up, it'll be tilted in this direction here. So this way the control panel is directly at a 90 degree. We're going to bring it up a little bit just to make it a little easier for the camera to have a look at. Let's take a look at the overall features. This speaker is not missing anything. It's got everything you can look for in a speaker, and they really get it all to fit on the back of this panel really well. Quite organized, quite broken up. Somebody took some time to get this right. Starting at the top left, we got our main volume, and we also have a switch that allows us to turn on and off phantom power if we need it. Below that, we have our effects from Alesis. This is a great little power package option when it comes to all the different effects. You get to run that here, no worries. Just off to the side of that, you're going to have your speaker usage. What's going to be your setup with a subwoofer on a pole mount as a monitor, so you can quickly select the actual setup of your speaker in the actual setup function you want to have it in. You can also have it set up through the app, which was very nice because that's how I set this up today. Next to that, we're going to have some actual controls for our channel 1 option, which is going to be a mic and line. Again, this new format that they've gone back to an original setup of having a mic and a line switch. I really like that. Then you have your gain controls for your signal with a signal indicator and limit light on it. Then you get to adjust the actual effects on the unit. Now these are all digital control dials. Why? Because all of this can be controlled through the app. So again, you can do it here or you can set it all up on the app. Again, a really nice feature to have all built in. Down below that, you got your XLR and 1/4 inch options. For your plugs are right here on your combo jacks. Then we repeat the exact same functions on channel 2. Again, we have the choice to have an instrument or a line on that channel 2. So again, you get to control that, and you get the option to have the effects in or out of that actual line as well. Channel 3 is going to be either on our Bluetooth pairing side here, or you can use a 3.5 auxiliary located at the bottom. You even have, of course, I was mentioning earlier, the link capability, so you can have 2 of these speakers running at the same time. Then we get to our power options here. Now, of course, we're looking at a USB. This is a 5 volt, 2.1 amp. So it can be used as a charger to run and set up our equipment. Then we have battery indicator right down here. So of course, it's indicating from 0 to 25, 75, and 100. And look at this. We've got a switch to go from eco to standard. It just trims off and manages the power system a little bit better. Just allows it for better power management. So here we are with the app. I've already turned it on, and of course, because I've used it with the speaker, I have added. All you do is press the plus button. It's automatically going to scan out, seek out new product. You don't have to turn on the pairing option or anything like that. It'll take care of all that for you. At that point, you just simply press the Alto Busker, and it's now going to connect with this guy here, and it's in the process of connecting. Now, here we are, we've got it all set up, easy to go, just like that. You've got options like speaker mode. So now that we're in speaker mode, we have options like having it for a subwoofer, or for a pole mount, or for a setup as a monitor in front of us. We have our custom settings. These things are all straightforward right in front of us. Look at this, I get to control up and down the FX on each channel, and I can mute them from the bottom. That's simple. Again, I'm in control. This allows me to have everything. I don't have to get back and forth to the speaker. It allows me to be in a comfortable setup position, and I get to actually set everything up and have the speaker in the proper placement, so I'm not constantly going back and forth to make these adjustments. These are incredible little things. I have options to maximize the EQ effect by going to the whole master EQ. This is going to set up the whole speaker in one shot. Again, you get to use all the different settings across the actual mixer. You can be specific and EQ the whole setup by actual channel 1 or 2 or the Bluetooth. Again, look at these little things you can do. You can increase the high and low and the mid range simply by just making these little adjustments. Very, very nice. Also very fun to use. I mean, you can play around with this, get all different kind of setups to it. And again, this allows you, if you have any Alto products, to have one app control everything. It's that simple. So here you do notice that I do have the actual Alto TS 415. I have the Busker. I've got the 408. I've got the 410. The only speaker left to do is the actual 412, which will be in our next video. Well, there you go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put it on the floor. We're going to set a microphone up to it. We're going to let you have a listen to it. And that'll be it for today's video. I want to say thank you very much for making it to this point in the video. Hope to see you in the next one. I hope this helped you out a bit in your buying decision if you're looking for a speaker to do busking or as an add-on for any of your events. Again, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Try to catch me howling at the moon.